Good morning, Year 2. I hope you've all had a wonderful weekend. It's Monday again, so nice big smile there from the minion. I'm just going to go through our timetable for today. So we're starting with our reading called Games from Around the World. For guided reading today, there are two separate little bits that we're going to have a little look at. Then we've got our core skills time, followed by maths. It's our spelling quiz today, so I hope you've been practicing. Then our English work, connected curriculum reminder, and then it's our mindfulness activities. So hopefully you've got your books and you've already written the date, Monday the 11th of May, in your beautiful cursive writing. So, looks slightly different today. I've managed to put it onto one page. So, what I would like you to do is to read this bit, Games from Around the World, and then you've got a question. Now, obviously here, it's a ticker box one, but you're going to be writing in full sentences. So your full sentence is here. So I thought it might be easier for you to have it all on one page. So you're going to read this, pick out the keywords in the text, find the answer, then write your sentence into your book. So pause it. Once you've done that, press play and you can look at the next question. Okay, so hopefully you've answered that one. Exactly the same here. We've got another little bit of a text here. We've got a question here. And then this is what your sentence should be. So pause it now, read it, answer the question, and when you come back, we'll have a look at the answers to question 1 and 2. Hopefully you've had a go at answering questions 1 and 2 and you've written the sentences the answers in full sentences in your book. So if we have a little look at question 1, games from around the world. All around the world, children play all sorts of different games. You don't need expensive games or lots of space to play a great game, just some imagination. Play can be inside or outside, and you can play on your own or with lots of friends. Some games are calm and quiet, whilst others are very noisy. Some games like football, chess and jigsaw puzzles are popular in lots of countries, so they have the same rules and equipment wherever they are played. But some games are only well known in certain countries. So, the question says, children around the world, and you've got to tick 1, do not like playing games, only play one game, play many games, must have very expensive games. So, if we have a little look here, I've underlined children around the world, and then this bit, it says all around the world, children play, so we know this is where we're going to get our answer. So it says all sorts of different games. So it doesn't say that they don't like playing games. It doesn't say that they only play one game, because it says they play all sorts of different games. So could it be play many games? Could be. Let's just check the last answer. Must have very expensive games. Let's have a look what it says. You don't need expensive games or lots of space. So the answer is play many games. So you should have written children around the world play many games. Give yourself a tick if you've got that right. If you didn't get it right, have another little look now that Miss Muller's underlined it and see if you can find where that answer is. When you're ready, we'll look at number 2. So, Pololo is a game from Ghana. Pololo is a hiding game using sticks, stones, coins or other small items. One child hides the objects and it's then a race for all the other players to find one of the hidden items and get back to the finish line first. You need quick eyes and quick feet for this game. So it says, find and copy 2 things that can be hidden in Pololo. So straight away it tells us here it's a hiding game. So this is where it tells us using sticks, so you could have written sticks, stones, you could have written stones, coins or other small items. So your sentence should be 2 things that could be hidden in Pololo are sticks, stones, coins or other small items. Make sure you've only included 2, so because that's what it says, copy 2. And remember, we've talked about how important this is. So if you've picked sticks and stones, correct. If you picked sticks and coins, correct. If you picked other small items and stones, correct. As long as you've picked 2 of those answers, then it's right. Brilliant. Hopefully that made it a bit easier with it being on the page for you and then looking at the answers afterwards. Let's have a little look then. moving on now to your core skills. So remember, you can go on your TT Rockstars, and I'm loving seeing all the people are getting involved in the battle, so well done to all of you. Remember, if you can't get onto TT Rockstars, there's lots of other websites. Hit the Button is another good one. Don't forget to email us at year2@redbrookhays.staffs.school.uk if you need to be moved on to the next part on your timetable. So for example, if you've done your 2s, 5s and 10s and you're confident and you need to now be practicing your 3s, give us an email and we can move you on. So pause it here, 20 minutes, practice, off you go. When you're ready, come back and we'll do maths. Okay, now guys, I've put here that you're going to be recording your work in your book or on paper, but actually it might be the case, but it might not be, because it's more of a practical lesson today, so a little bit different. So your learning objective question is, how can you compare the weight of 2 objects? So I just want you to have a little think about what language you would use if we were comparing the weight of objects. So pause it now, have a little think. You could jot down some ideas, you could just say them out loud or tell your dog or your cat or a family member. Just have a little think, and when you're ready, press play and we'll have a little look. So we might say that something is heavy or light, if something's heavier or lighter, and then we might also use heaviest and lightest. So you're going to be investigating and exploring this different language today to compare the weight of objects. So, a practical lesson. Today we would like you to investigate finding out which objects are heavier or lighter, or heaviest or lightest. So I've put explore at home and have fun. So there's lots of different ways you can do this. We've got some key questions. It says look at the scale, which side is lower. So you might have some scales at home, balancing scales that you could use, or scales that tell us how much something weighs, and then you can look which one's the highest. Which object is heaviest and the lightest? It could be that you're holding the objects and you're going to predict what is the heaviest. And then this is a good question. Is the biggest object always the heaviest? Have a little think about that and explore that for me. So some ideas I've had today, and you might have a different way of coming up with this, but some of the ways you could show your learning. So you could play on some of the games. So you can see here and in the booklet, the learning booklet that goes with it, with this PowerPoint, I've put some links down there, and you've got, it's all to do with heavier scales, heavier, lighter scales, ordering, that kind of thing. So you could play on some of those games or some other games that you find. You could use the scales, if you've got some, to measure different objects and find out which is the heaviest. You could choose 3 or 4 objects and put them in order from lightest to heaviest or heaviest to lightest. So you could simply just take a picture of you measuring using the scales, or a picture of you doing the lightest and heaviest when you've ordered them. And you could estimate which one you think will be the heaviest or lightest by looking at them. So it could be that you do a video and you say, right, we're going to be weighing these 4 objects. I predict, I estimate that this object's going to be the heaviest, and then you could do your investigation, and then you could come back and tell us what you found. You can draw the objects from lightest, heaviest. You can do it whatever way you want to do, as long as you are exploring the language heavy, light, heavier, lighter, lightest, heaviest. Think about how you can do that at home, and I'm really looking forward to all of the really creative ways that you come up with, because I know that you and your families are brilliant, and sometimes you come up with a lot better ideas than me and Mrs. Upton do. So if you've got a different way of doing that, as long as you can tell me what's the heaviest and lightest, that's fantastic. So pause here, go and explore with the weight, and have fun. When you've finished, have a little break, and then when we come back, we're going to do our spelling quiz. So off you go, guys. Enjoy. Okay, so hopefully you had fun exploring that weight today. We're going to be doing our spelling quiz now. So you need either a piece of paper or your book. Remember, you need to have written the date in your cursive writing. And I want you to just have a couple of minutes to take a last look at your spellings from last week. So if you remember, these were challenge words, so there weren't particularly one spelling pattern to remember. So I will read them to you. We've got last, past, father, class, grass, so remember those double letters at the end, pass, plant, path, bath, and hour at the end. It's 1 hour until lunchtime. Okay, so when you're ready, just pause it and have a look at them, and when you feel like you're ready to go, press play. Okay, so you're going to listen to the spellings that Mrs. Mulliner asked you to write. If I go too quickly at any point, remember you can pause the video to give yourself more time. You need to write them in your book or on your paper. So here we go. Number 1, last. Last night I went to bed early. The word is last. Last. Number 2, it was 5:15. The word is past. Number 3, my father always reads me a bedtime story. The word is father, which is another word for dad. Number 4, the word is class. We are all part of class 2. We are the best. So your word is class. Think carefully about that one. Okay, number 5, grass. The grass looks very green today. The spelling is grass. Number 6, pass. I like to play pass the parcel. The word is pass. Number 7, plant. I am going to plant some plants in my garden. The word is plant. Number 8, path. I walked along the path. The word is path. Number 9, bath. I had a lovely bubble bath. The word is bath. Number 10, the last one is hour. It is 1 hour until lunchtime. The word is hour, as in the time. Okay, so you should have 10. You should have last, past, father, class, grass, pass, plant, path, bath, and hour. Okay, now it's time to check your answers. So if you're not ready and you need to look at another one again, you can rewind it. If you're ready, just keep watching the video. So check and mark your spellings. Remember to email us a picture of your spelling quiz or the score that you get. Last week I had lots of children getting 9 or 10 out of 10, which is fantastic, and it's really nice to see those scores. So please keep those coming to your class email. Brilliant. When you've checked those, so pause it now and check them. When you're done, press play and we're going to look at our English word together. You will need your book today. Okay guys, so for English, Mrs. Upton told you on our Zoom call that we were going to be thinking about diaries and postcards. So we're doing it in the form of a postcard this week. So what things do we need to write a successful postcard? So I just want you to think about that. Think about a time when you may have written a postcard. Where were you? Why did you write it? Who did you write it to? What kind of things did you write in there? That's the first thing I want you to think about. Once you've done that, you're going to take a look at the postcard on the next page, and I want you to think about what has Anna used to make it a successful postcard that means it can be sent, received and understood. So when you thought about what you put in your postcard and why you wrote it, have a little look at this postcard here. Okay, I'm going to read it through and hopefully you've picked out some things that make it a postcard. Dear Tom, we are having lots of fun on holiday. Yesterday we went to the beach. I made a huge sandcastle and ate lots of ice cream. Oh, yummy, that sounds good. Today we went to a theme park. We went on lots of scary rides, but it was lots of fun. Tomorrow we are going to go on a boat trip. I hope we see dolphins. From Anna. And then over here we've got Tom Hill, 123 High Street, Clifftop Town, HT13 4TW. So what things did you find in the postcard? Let's have a little look. This is your task today. So you're going to write this nice and neatly. What has Anna used to make a successful postcard? So what things in here has she used to make it a successful postcard? So how would she send it? If we just go back to them key questions. To make a successful postcard, that means it can be sent, received and understood. So what things does she have? So have a little go, pause it now, and then we're going to look at the answers together. Press play when you're ready. Okay. So here there is a space to write about your holiday, what you've done and what you will be doing. So Anna is telling us what she's already done. So yesterday we went to the beach. Today we went to a theme park. So that's telling us what she's already done. So that's in the past tense. But then we've got tomorrow we are going to go on a boat trip. I hope to see dolphins. So it's also telling us something that we're going to be doing. So well done if you picked out that she's telling us about her holiday. Even better if you found that it tells us what she's done and what she'll be doing. Okay. There's a stamp. Why is it important that we've got a stamp there? Yeah, we wouldn't be able to send it to anybody, would we, if we didn't have a stamp? So that's another thing that makes it a successful postcard. We also need the lines for writing the address, and we need to write the address on there. We need to make sure the address and the postcode are right, and it's addressed to the person who we want to receive it, isn't it? So who we're sending it to. And also, there is always a picture on the front of the postcard showing where you are on holiday. So have a little think. Where were you on holiday when you sent a postcard? Have a little think about that. So this is just another little reminder. Postcard should have a space for a picture on the front. It should have blank lines for you to write an address. It should have a space to write about your holiday. Now remember, we can add to that what we've already done and what we are going to be doing. Some writing to say what you've been doing. A space in the top right corner for a stamp. And the name of and address of who you're sending it to. So your writing should look a little bit like this today. Anna has used a stamp, lines to write the address on, an accurate address, and a space to write about her adventure. Something along those lines. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of your postcards. It's a really nice thing to write, so it'll be fun to look into this. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at something that's quite tricky to get our heads around, so we're going to work through it together slowly, but it's linked into that, talking about what we've already done, but also talking about what we're going to be doing in the future. So we have to think about the past tense and also the present future tense. So it's a bit tricky, but we'll look at that together tomorrow. That's the end of your English. Thank you for your super hard work this morning. We're just going to have a little look now at our CC. Now, hopefully, lots of you are working through this. Please email me if you're finding that you've not got many more activities left, because I did plan 15 activities, and it was so that you do at least 2 a week. So really there should be plenty there, but if there is anybody that's really keen and has done lots of them and needs a little bit more help and some more activities, please email us and let us know, and I can put another menu together for you. But from what I can see, I think there's still quite a lot on there for you to work through. So it just comes to our last part now, which is our mindfulness challenges. And I'd just like to say a big thank you, really, because I've had lots of parents messaging in saying that the children are really enjoying these, and also that the parents are enjoying them. And it's allowing Mrs. Mulliner to find different mindfulness challenges as well that I can use for myself, and also with my little boy Charlie. So I'm really glad that you're finding these useful, the children that are. If you're not, that's absolutely fine, but just remember it is there if you need to. Now, I found one today that looks really, really fun. It's called Joyful Jellyfish, Let Your Fears Float Away. So it says, lie down on a mat or a blanket and let your arms rest loosely by your sides. Okay, so you might want to pause it and go and grab a mat or a blanket. So you should be lying down on your mat or your blanket with your arms resting loosely by your side. So if you look at the picture of the little boy, it helps. Close your eyes and notice your tummy rising and falling with your breathing. Feel your muscles sinking into the floor beneath you. Let your body be as still as possible. Imagine you are a joyful jellyfish floating in the water. Now let your worries glide off your jelly body. Feel them slip away in the water. Float freely through the sea, nothing in your way, nothing holding you back. When you are done, rise slowly, taking your joyful jellyfish heart with you. That sounds beautiful. You might want to take a moment now to just lie until you're ready to get up. That's absolutely fine. If you want to get somebody to pause the video so that you can have that time relaxing and rising when you're ready to. So if you want to lie down still where you are and do that exercise for a little bit longer, that's absolutely fine. I am going to explain the next one to you and then say my goodbyes. So if you need to pause it just to relax a little bit, you can, or you can come back to this once you've listened to the other one. Okay, so the second one is to close your eyes and ask a partner to pass you an object that you can hold in your hands. This could be a brother or a sister, it could be your mom or your dad, whoever you live with. So you're going to touch and turn the object, describing each aspect in detail to your partner, and then swap places. So you're just going to close your eyes and you're going to feel it, and you're going to really think about how it feels on your hand. Is it soft? Is it hard? Is it smooth? Is it rough? Is it big? Is it small? How does it feel? Is it comforting, or is it really rough and uncomfortable in your hand? Think about it carefully. You then swap over, so you will then get something for your partner, and they will close their eyes, and you're talking about it, and it's allowing you to have that time to really focus on the activity, the object that you've got, and forget about those worries. I love both of those, but that joyful jellyfish, when I found that one, I thought, oh, I love this one, and I hope lots of you love it. So if anybody does the joyful jellyfish today, or the closing the eyes, holding hand, please send me a picture. I've had pictures of Leo doing his mindfulness challenges, so thank you, Leo, they were really nice to see. But yeah, I really hope they're helping you guys. Relax, stay and do this for as long as you need to now, and I will be back tomorrow for your learning with you then. Take care, guys. Bye.